Living beneath your means does not mean living in lack, right? Or starving yourself from luxury or travel or whatever it is that you desire. Living beneath your means, to me, this is my belief that I've been teaching for over a decade now, over a decade, almost 30 years. Living beneath your means to me being intentional about how you spend your money. Intentionality, how you spend, right? You can still get those luxury things. You can still buy your wants, right? You can buy nice things, but you just got to know when to buy those things. Living beneath your means is being intentional about your money and not being impulsive with your money. You cannot build wealth being an impulsive spender. If you spend impulsively, you will never build wealth. I'm telling y'all what I know, man, from our own experience. Listen, most people spend impulsively, right? You learn your spending habits in the first 7 years of your life. Pattern recognition, subconscious programming, right? Right. This is why you can make 6 and 7 figures and still be an impulsive spender and still don't really know how to spend your money, right? You're still overspending on shit that you don't need. You got to slow yourself down enough to ask yourself, do I really need this? Right? So if you don't need it, but then the question comes, do I want it? Okay, yes, you want it, but is it really time for me to get it now? Just because we can afford a payment on something didn't mean we can really afford it. Just because you can afford a payment on something don't mean you can afford it. Just because you can make a payment on a car and pay $400 a month don't really mean you can afford it. Just because you can make a payment on a credit card on that luxury vacation you took don't really mean you can afford it. You got to understand what you really can afford and spend accordingly and be intentional about that spending. That doesn't mean that you're going to deprive yourself, right, and starve yourself of the things you need. It just means that you're very conscious and you're intentional about where you're putting your dollars at, right? Right. So listen, when I say those first 7 years that your spending habits get locked in, watch this. What you saw, what you heard, what you experienced, right? So if you saw money mismanaged, if you saw money arguments all the time, if you heard money talked about negatively, man, I can't afford that. And you know we broke. If you heard these type of conversations around money, if you felt pressure, right? If you felt shame, if you felt scarcity around money when you was growing up, guess what you still feel around money right now? Unless you consciously get into those operating systems and take a look at that. Now you 30, 40, 50 and beyond, and you still feel those same way about your money. You're making money, but you wondering why you don't feel fulfilled around your money. Listen, you may be spending your money from survival patterns instead of from aligned authenticity. You may be spending your money from survival patterns instead of aligned authenticity. To help people recognize those hidden patterns in their money, right? To help them recognize those hidden patterns in their money that they can regulate their body through, right? They can get a new revelation on what to do different, and then they can build a new pattern around money that serves them so they can really start making the money that they really truly want.